Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and the fifth official episode of Let's Talk. Today we are talking about commitment and being committed and those commitment issues.
Being afraid of the big C word.
Are you scared?
Are you scared of the dark commitment?
Anyways, so it's actually funny. My sister brought up this point. We were talking about it the other day because we were talking about, situations that we've been in the past and situations that have been brought to us by our peers and friends and, advice we've tried to give.
It's a touchy subject. Because a lot of people don't like to hear this or like to get advice, especially when you're really stuck on that person. Whatever somebody's telling you in regards to commitment and how they feel about it, even if they're giving you the runaround, that's still the truth. No answer is still an answer. So if you are looking for commitment and you are continuously asking this person every 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, whichever, where you guys stand, oh, you know how I feel about commitment, you know how I feel about titles, I don't really like titles. They don't really do anything for me. And I just think it's too much. The labels thing I could go without. What that means is they don't want to commit to you.
Exactly. And if you're confused, then it's not meant to be.
Right.
You're not going to be confused if you're dealing with somebody that you're supposed to be dealing with. Whether it be building, you don't have to necessarily be in a relationship right away. Building a relationship, moving on to whatever next level you might be going to, it's going to be clear. They're going to show you. And people also tell you and show you who they are in the beginning. Our dad always says, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
Exactly. Don't try to paint them out to be a different picture. If they show you who they are, that is who they are. Don't try to change them into something that you want them to be, because they will never be that.
Exactly. Don't try to think that you're going to change their mind, because you are not. You're not going to have to change somebody's mind who wants to be with you.
Yeah, they already have their mind made up. So if you're spending time with somebody and you feel like you put in a lot of time and invested a lot of effort and whatever,
you're spending money and
random
ass shit
and doing all of these things with them and meeting so and so, I don't care if you meet the parents as well. If you are not if they don't say that they want to be in a relationship with you, they don't.
Exactly.
It doesn't take that long to figure out that you want to be with somebody. In my personal experience.
And people are going to keep people around because they let them. Why would somebody cut somebody off who's doing everything for them? They're probably, having sex with them, and they don't have to commit to them fully. People are selfish. They only care. They're not against you. They're just for themselves.
Exactly. And it's time you learn to be selfish for yourself.
Exactly. Stop settling for things that you do not really want. Stop saying that it's okay that you guys are friends with benefits. It's not okay that you're friends with benefits. Somebody is going to catch feelings.
Absolutely.
That's what happens when you have sex with someone. That's what happens when you invest time and energy, your energy most importantly, into somebody. You can never get that back.
That's an energy transference, and you fall in love with the things that they say to you, more so than the person, to be quite honest with you. You fall in love with the things that they say, even though their actions prove otherwise.
The potential of what you think your relationship can be, who that person can be, you fall in love with.
That's what I meant. You fall in love with who you think they can be, with the facade that you build up in your mind, even though reality is presenting itself to you right in front of your face. And you're just thinking to yourself, one day, damn, when is one day gonna come?
Or you think to yourself, if they didn't like me, they wouldn't do this, or if we weren't gonna get. And then on top of that, you're getting horrible advice from people who are single and have no idea what type of situation you're in. And then you're also making excuses you don't know what it's like when it's just me and that person, and you don't know how it is when me and this person do this, and how he or she looks into my eyes. And
that's one of the most toxic lines I think anybody who's in a situationship can say. You don't know what he or she says to me when you guys aren't around. And it's why can't they say it to you in public? Why can't they say it to you in front of your friends? If they say that shit to you, why can't they give you a title?
Or they'll be like, I know it might seem bad, like we have bad times, but when it's good, it's really good.
Ooh.
You know it's bad if you have to say that about your. When it's good, it's really good. I understand having bad times and arguments and all of that stuff. That's natural. That's gonna happen. That's inevitable. But not to the point where you shouldn't be with that person anymore. You're making up excuses for them.
Exactly. Making up excuses and trying to not only convince everybody else that this person is right for you and is going to commit to you, but also convince yourself that it's happening. Because that's a majority of what you're doing, convincing yourself, like, this is what I want. I want this commitment with this person. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you are chasing after somebody who doesn't want commitment for an extended period of time, I personally believe you are not ready for commitment yourself. Because if the opportunity, and I'm speaking from experience because I've been in this situation, you fall in love with the toxicity and the runaround and the chase and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, somebody would actually come up to you and try to give you a relationship while you're in this mindset, it wouldn't work. It really wouldn't work because you're not ready. You yourself are not ready. As within, so without. The person who's not giving you commitment is a reflection of the commitment that you really don't want right now.
Right.
That you're not ready for.
Loving yourself.
Yeah. You're not in love with yourself and like you don't see your true potential. You think that you are deserving of these breadcrumbs that this person is presenting to you when you need to be having a full course meal. I don't know about you, but I get hungry. Breadcrumbs are not acceptable. Get up.
No, you get down. Do not accept breadcrumbs.
Do not accept breadcrumbs, and you really have to be honest with yourself. After situations like these is usually where you should take time to find yourself.
Be alone for a while.
Be alone.
You need to heal. You can't love other people if you don't even love yourself, and you don't love yourself if you're not healed. You haven't taken time to repair yourself, put your heart back together, get your mind right, your spirit in the right place.
And your own company is good company. It's good to be by yourself. That's when some of your greatest thoughts come about. But I mean, a lot of people choose to fill that silence with other people, even if that other person is toxic. I think that means that you're not quite in love with yourself yet. I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just coming from personal experience. You are not ready for commitment if you're chasing after somebody who is telling you they don't want to commit.
Exactly. And then you're accepting that, but not really, because that's not really what you want.
Right. Because if you really know your worth and that you're a queen or a king, whichever, you would know not to put up with that type of shit. And that's you. Okay, right. You don't want it. I'm going to have to cut you off.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be painful. It's going to hurt my feelings because I had fun with you. But unfortunately, I love me more. So
you need to love yourself more. It's okay to be selfish. Who's going to take care of you besides you?
Right. So bottom line, if somebody tells you they are not ready for commitment, believe what they say. And it's up to you as to whether or not you want to stay and try to make them change, which
never happens.
Or if you're going to go ahead and let them go, you don't even have to be a dick about it. Just let them go in peace.
All right. You don't have to make a big announcement like, okay, I'm going to cut you off. I'm not going to talk to you anymore because they don't give a shit.
Yeah, just, all right, thank you so much for the good times. I had so much fun with you.
Thanks
food.
for the experience.
Thank you for the experience.
The food.
No, we cannot be friends.
You don't need to be friends. You don't need closure. You don't need none of that.
I'm just going to go ahead and let you go.
Go on about your business.
Go and be peaceful and be at peace with myself until the person who really wants to settle down with me comes.
Exactly.
Or I find them, however it happens, whatever. And fall in love with you. You really need to fall in love with you. Be in love with you first before you fall in love with somebody else.
Or then I gotta love you right.
What'd I tell you?
Okay, you guys. I know we got that message out really quickly, but it was just on our minds in our onesies, so we had to share it with y'all.
Merry Christmas. I have no gifts to bring.
Right. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Have a good holiday.
Let's talk and whatever the fuck else we decide to post. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share.
Like and subscribe.
We'll see y'all.
You next up, you next up, you next up, you next up, baby. There must be something in